All right, we got Merfolk versus Affinity. That's a little different. So Chris starts things off here. Inkmoth Nexus into a Signal Pest and an Ornithopter. Christian, on the other hand, has Island into Aether Vial. Over to Chris we go. He picks up a copy of Arcbound Ravager. That's going to be the play for the turn. Not a big surprise there. This is an attack for 1. Christian will fall to 19. Takes his turn. Vial up to 1. Draws an island for the turn, so not that exciting of a draw. His play for the turn, Silvergill Adept. It's going to reveal a Master of the Pearl Trident. He will draw. I believe he drew a second copy of Aether Vial. Not as good that he can't play it here, but... yeah, and we're back to Chris here again. So Chris with a Mox Opal he picked up. He's going to play that. Here is a Darksteel Citadel as well. Another artifact to help grow this Ravager if he chooses. There's also already in play an Inkmoth Nexus to keep in mind. So here is a second Ravager. This is big. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Chris can get close here with infect damage. He's counting right now. So the battle cry trigger is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can get to 9 poison this turn. Darn. No. He can get to 10, right? Because the Ravager will trigger twice by sacrificing a Ravager to itself. I think he has enough here, right? So sacrifice Ravager. The second Ravager's... modular trigger goes off. Move the counter over to the Arcbound Ravager as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 2 is 10 poison. So he can get to 10. And Christian with no open mana can't do anything about this. Yeah, I think this is going to be enough. Yeah, this will be enough. This is going to be over on turn 3. Yeah, he is counting again just to be safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. That's already 3 power. And yeah, sure enough. Yeah, Chris says, I'll go all in on my Ravager on my Inkmoth Nexus. Do you have an answer? Christian does not have an answer. He has no mana. Vial on 1 doesn't get to do anything here because he only has, at best, Curse Catcher available to himself, which won't stop this interaction. No non-creature spell being cast there, so... wow, that was a quick one there. Turn 3, Infect Lethal, so from Affinity. Double Ravager. It's good enough to get the job done. We're going to head to the sideboard here. So, Christian, I imagine some number of Hercules Recalls in the sideboard there, you would hope. We'll see. He will have the play as well, so he's gonna hopefully. I don't know what he could do there. Like, it's not like he had a slow start. He had the right start. He had the turn 1 Vial. He had a turn 2 play, and it's just Chris had the very fast start of Inkmoth Lethal on turn 3. Excuse me. So yeah, we'll see here if Christian can do something. I just don't know what. Really just has to hope that Chris doesn't have that start again. So if you didn't catch this previous Sunday, we started off our Invitational qualifier for Modern. The winner of that, which was the first one, was who was again? I can't remember all of a sudden. Wow, I am blanking all of a sudden. It was Josh Lansbury. He won. Okay, there we go. Josh. He took it down with Affinity, actually, so don't know why I forgot all of a sudden. I just blanked. But yeah, Affinity is what took down our first Modern Invitational qualifier. If you missed that and you want to watch more of it, every Sunday, alternating back and forth, I should say. So every other Sunday will be Modern. This weekend coming up, this Sunday, is going to be our standard one. It is also the pre-release. So if you're local, I urge you to come on out to our pre-release. It's going to be a lot of fun. Our midnight pre-release especially, we're going to be doing a special giveaway if we get to 50 players in our midnight pre-release. We're doing our treasure hunt thing, whatever it was called. I can't remember what it's really called. But basically, we're going to find a way to determine someone to roll some dice and win some cards straight out of our showcase. So should be a lot of fun. Again, we need 50 players for that, so we'll see how that goes. But back to this game here. So Christian with just a island for turn 1 and a pass. Chris has Inkmoth Nexus into Memnite and Vault Scourge, paying 2 life. Christian here on turn 2, Spreading Seas, takes care of the Inkmoth Nexus. That will not be a problem this game for him. There's an Opal, there's a Darksteel Citadel. Chris here, I believe, he has Master of Ethereum, even better. Here comes the attack, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Christian will fall to 15, and Chris will go back to 20 here. Already off to another good start here. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts total. So the Master's a 5/5, the Scourge and the Memnite are both 2/2s. Okay, there's another island for Chris instead there. Now it is still an artifact. Seize Claim does not remove the artifact type, so that is just an artifact island now. So still 5 artifacts in play for Chris. He has a Darksteel Citadel in hand. I believe he also has a Ravager in hand. Yes, he does. Oh, that's Steel Overseer. And Ravager, though, so he has both. Dumping his hand here on turn 3. 2 very good games here for Chris. Here's an attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4 from the 2 smaller creatures. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artifacts. So there should be 10 damage coming across to Christian, if I'm not mistaken. And Chris will gain 2 more, so he's up to 22 here. Christian is in a lot of trouble. I think he's actually just dead, to be honest. His draw was a Spreading Seas. He needs Hurkyl's Recall to have a chance here. What do we have here? Let's see. Harbinger of the Tides to bounce the Master back to Chris's hand. Sure. I feel that's a Lord of Atlantis. It's not a Hurkyl's Recall, so I think I'm fairly certain Christian is just dead. He can get a second blocker. All Chris has to do is sacrifice to his Vault Scourge to win the game here. So there's the Master again. And a Springleaf Drum for good measure, sure. Chris gonna attack with both the Ravager and the Vault Scourge. And this, no, he's activating Silver, so that makes more sense. So let's see. The Vault Scourge right now is 3 power. Sacrifice the Ravager, and that should be the game. Right now, okay, Christian gonna go ahead, double block here. Again, Chris just needs to sacrifice this Ravager to win the game. Christian's at 5. Oh no, sorry, no, he's not. My apologies. Christian's at 13 because he blocked the Master of Ethereum. My apologies, with that Silvergill Adept. So Chris is still doing the math here to see if he can win. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other artifacts, plus the 2 on the Ravager itself would be 7. So that would not be enough. He'll sacrifice both of his Citadels to the Ravager. It is now a 5/5, so it is now out of the range of this double block. He's actually going to go even further than that. He's going to go to 6. This is a little scary if Christian has a way to bounce that Ravager. But even then, the Ravager has the insurance policy of sacrificing itself. He's actually going to do it now, in fact. He's going to sacrifice the Ravager to itself, move the counters over to the Volt Scourge. I don't know if I had life totals wrong. I don't really know. Christian might have an answer, that's all. But this is game over here. Chris has taken this down very quickly in 2. Christian with just nothing he could do about that. So, yeah, that's quick game there. So, congrats to our Affinity player. He starts the night 1-0. Again, we have 4...